Something like that anyway. Hello all, these are the letters tonight. Lorena Bobbitt, remember her? Well, this lady asks, do I do a Lorena Bobbitt and cut it off? Do I confront him and say goodness knows what? Do I say nothing but slowly poison him? Do I take a lover? Do I just do nothing because it will all pass? And what is it she's talking about? Keep tuned in. Second letter tonight. Where is this all coming from? Is it the media? Is it peer pressure? Or is it mad mothers? And the third letter tonight. I finally understand why after 5 years of marriage, we don't seem to be making any real progress. He doesn't have a competitive bone in his body. All this, the Prince of Flesh, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker as well, coming up in about 20 seconds. Don't go away, we'll see you then. Sweet and sour.
Got a problem, big or small, would a miracle be nice? Our motley crew is back, churning out advice. You might even laugh a bit in the following half hour. Park your backside on the couch, cause baby it's time for Sweet and Sour. Right here on Sweet and Sour.
Pour some sugar on there, baby.
It's time for Sweet and Sour.
How's about some chili?
It's time for Sweet and Sour.
Magic! Good evening everyone, welcome to Sweet and Sour. Lovely to have your company. Gary Mitchell with you for the next half an hour and a terrific lot of panellists. You're going to meet them straight away. The Prince of Flesh is here. Hello, Vincenzo.
Buonasera, how are you, Gary?
Buonasera, mate. Pretty good, mate. How's your business been since what's the series called?
The series called?
What's it called? Master Chef.
Master Chef.
Pork bellies and...
Amazing. The moment they use a meat that somebody wins something with, they're all in my shop the next day, going crazy for it.
So you can't wait for the next series of
absolutely adore it. I want to see what those little kids are going to do with young Master Chef. I hope they eat lots of meat because they're growing young kids in this country.
What do you say to vegetarians?
I say, how dare they? How dare they? We only sell vegetarian animals anyway.
Welcome back, Vince. Good to have you. Hello, Nola.
Hello, Gary. How are you?
What are you going to sing for us tonight?
What would you like me to sing?
Oh, I don't know. We'll
I'll
discuss
sing
it during the
anything
break.
for you.
We've got your daughter over there too.
I know, she's a dancer.
When can we have her on the panel?
Anytime you want.
Oh, that's not what you said
She's
earlier.
very wise, my daughter.
She's very wise?
Very
Where
wise.
does she get that from, her mum or her dad?
From her mother.
Do you want to think about it?
From her mother.
Guess not. Welcome back to the panel. Hello, mate. Welcome back from New York.
Oh,
You don't want to be here, do
no,
you?
Oh, no, well, I do, but I'd rather be there.
Yeah. How long were you there?
3 months.
That's a bit tough, isn't it?
Yeah, it was awful with the view of Manhattan out of our apartment and...
Did you bring us back any bagels?
No, I ate lots though.
Did you?
I love them.
How do you stay fit in New York?
I had a gym in the apartment building and lots of walking. Everyone walks. Yeah, I was up there.
So you did it tough, huh?
Yeah, I did it tough.
How rude.
I know, I know.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Rob Butler for the first time. Welcome to Sweet and Sour.
Thank you very much, Gary.
How's the city of Perth faring?
Going 100 mile an hour.
100 mile an hour?
Absolutely.
What's the next... Actually, I had a nephew who flew to town last week and he said, wow, it's amazing that Perth is just bustling, all the cranes up in the city. We're really moving ahead.
5 years ago, there were 2 cranes.
Now?
18 months ago, there were 32 cranes. For every crane now that goes down, 1 goes up.
That's just amazing.
That's just phenomenal.
Considering the rest of the world is in a period of economic downturn.
That's correct. No, the city of Perth is certainly going. The beauty about the city of Perth is people are talking about it, but they're talking about the positive things, that things are happening, and they can see things happening.
Terrific.
And when you can see things happening, that means we're on the move.
And Rob's happening right here on the show tonight. And here we go, straight into our first level. Welcome, Rob.
Thank you.
Dear Mitch and guests, they all cheat. It's just a standard design fault of all men. I don't know why I'm so angry, having found all the telltale signs that he's having an affair, the taking to wearing cologne, the hidden second phone, the late night work meetings that really don't take place, the phone calls at home that don't have anyone on the other end. So I know what he's doing. I just have such a cluttered and non-objective mind at the moment. I don't know how I can come out a winner in all of this. Do I do a Lorena Bobbitt and cut it off? Do I confront him and say goodness knows what? Do I say nothing but slowly poison him? Do I take a lover myself? Do I just do nothing because it will pass? Do I play Mother Teresa and tell him I know, but I forgive him anyway? What the hell do I do here? We've been married for 18 years and have 2 teenage girls. Why do men cheat? Why do us women marry these pigs knowing they're going to stray? Where is the how-to book on what to do once you know he's cheating? And it comes to us from Barbara of Cloverdale in Western Australia. Woman to woman, first up, Julie, come on. What do you say to someone who's found
Oh, Barbara.
Question.
What?
She's just found all the telltale signs.
Yes.
Is there a chance he's not actually cheating and he's just taken to looking after him? No.
He's cheating.
All right.
Barbara, you're not a happy little Vegemite at all, are you? He sounds like a, can I say bastard?
Yes,
I
you
can say bastard.
bastard.
You have to leave him. You've just got to go. You'll
Tough
never,
medicine, that's
you'll
it.
You'll never trust him. It's not going to work. You know he's having an affair, but there's not all men are bastards.
Shouldn't she
He's
find
not a
out
bastard.
first?
No, she's not. What? He's got a second phone. His late night meetings. I mean, I think there's enough evidence to suggest that he's
also
being a very naughty boy.
In a court of law, you'd never convict him. It's all circumstantial.
She needs to
Unless
just
you had
confront him.
12 women on the jury. Then they'd all go, yeah, he's guilty.
I think you need to just say, look, I know what you're doing. You have to go away now. Off you go.
You'd give him the
Off
flick.
you go. Give him the flick, absolutely.
That's it, no breathing
Oh,
space.
absolutely, absolutely,
Tough
definitely.
love over there. Rob, stick up for the boys, will you?
Gary, Barbara, first of all, you said that, so I know what he's been doing. And then you said, through your cluttered and non-objective mind, you said that, and you came to the conclusion that he was cheating. So cluttered and not objective, that's interesting, isn't it? So how do we know? How do we really know?
Yeah, you're off the planet.
But
Barbara,
I must say this, that when men have affairs, they tend to be motivated by sex, Barbara. New sex, more sex, different sex. And they are always thinking about sex, even after 18 years of marriage. So Barbara, maybe one should look within.
Ah, it's her fault.
One should look within.
He's gone with his shopping cart elsewhere because he can't fulfil his.
There you go. And
shopping
the other thing that you said was that now that you've drunk your bottle of wine and you're wanting to chop off his pecker, I'd suggest that you leave that alone, as you might know that men actually do think below their navels. So if you're going to chop it off, no. Bear this in mind. You'll never think about it again. So just remember.
All right, what's really going on here, Nola?
Well, I think she has to ask him if he's having an affair, and if he says...
You'd confront him.
I'd confront. I'd absolutely ask.
If he says no,
He'll lie.
Then I'd probably get a detective on him, knowing me.
Hang on, okay.
I'd probably have some little snoop finding out, because I'd have to know. But I mean, after 18 years, you know when somebody's lying to you. So, and I know that you could look within, but sometimes I feel sorry for people that, you know, he's having an affair, it's my fault. I think that's a wrong way of looking at it too. You know, if you've been together 18 years, he might not love her anymore. He might be just going through a little midlife crisis, and so she's got to frighten him. She's got to say, if he says yes, she's got to say, right, well, you can have her and I'm on my way, because he needs to beg to come back and never want to do it again.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, he's really stupid. I think if you're going to have an affair, don't get caught. That's what I think. Don't have two phones. Don't let the person ring and hang up.
So you're not taking the moral high ground. You're just saying.
No, but no,
Keep it covered,
no.
keep it
But
well.
if you're going to do it, you don't put somebody through this and have second phones and cologne. And he's being very obvious.
How
He
do
wants
you
to be
do it
caught.
exactly then?
He wants to be
Let's-
caught. He wants to be caught.
He wants to be caught.
Yeah. Well, that's just all too obvious. He wants to be caught. He's either dumb, or he wants to be caught.
Vincenzo, come on, mate, stick up for the blokes. What's really going on
Mate,
here?
I'm worried that there's two teenage girls in all this. And has she, over the years, given him the idea that maybe he can get away with it, and they've never discussed the issue? You know,
You think he might have done this before?
I reckon if she is giving us very little information, but she is so convinced, Barbara, you're convinced, aren't you? Which means it's been going on for a long time and you've never spoken up before.
And I don't think all men are pigs either.
Look, it's not your fault, but it is the fault of the relationship. Get onto it, start talking about it, tell him what breaks your heart, tell him what makes you happy, maybe reignite the passion. Maybe he needs to become a better husband to you, you might need to become a better wife to him, but it's worth saving. You've got two girls. If it fails, get rid of it. But I would suggest that it really is important to try and wake him up, because it's better to have a man that's 95% good and 5% bad and fix him up than throw him away and find another one, because you'll attract that type again if you're not careful.
Oh, Vincenzo, I think I'm going to cry after all
I
that. That was
know.
lovely and touching.
Witches are so wise, aren't they?
Not all of them, only the good ones over here. When we come back, we're going to be talking about teenagers that are going on 25 or 35 or 40. When we come back, 12 going on 35. See you soon.
Hey, hey.
It wasn't much, I know.
What will I be? Are we on? Oh, welcome back to Sweet and Sour. If you'd like to send us, should we finish that song? No, we won't. If you'd like to send us a letter, send it to the address that's appearing on your screen right now, which is letters@sweetandsour.net.au. And for every letter that does land here, and we do read out, we're going to send it to the movies, courtesy of the very gorgeous Natalie Cameron and NRC Communications. And the movie we're sending you to this week is Matching Jack, which I hear is a real tearjerker.
Bit
Is
of a
that right?
tearjerker.
You haven't seen it, you've just seen
I've
the...
seen the shorts and I cried at the shorts.
Okay, Australian or
really
American?
sad.
I think it's Australian.
Australian film,
Yeah.
okay. Starring?
Jacinda Barrett,
And?
James Nesbitt,
You're very good.
and I can't think of the man, the husband. There's
Very,
another
very,
husband
very
in
good.
there.
Good
I know,
actors.
I know.
Here we go. Hello, Sweet and Sour. When I was 12, I was a little girl, and it really wasn't that long ago. That's why we were singing Kay Anyway. Now I have a 12-year-old daughter. We just lost half our audience. You realise that, don't you? Now I have a 12-year-old daughter who's going on 35. All of a sudden, she's little miss, all grown up. At 12, she wants to have her legs waxed. I can deal with that. I just said a straight out no. But I wasn't prepared for the onslaught. It doesn't stop at the legs. Now she's nagging me for permission to wax her 12-year-old upper lip, her 12-year-old eyebrows, and get this, her 12-year-old bikini line. What's next? Where is all this coming from in such force? Is it the media? Is it peer pressure? Is it mad mothers who allow their 12-year-olds to do such things? Is she going to ask me for permission to sleep over at her boyfriend's home next month? Why are girls in such a rush to grow up now? How do I put this little genie back in the bottle? And it comes to us from Francine of Clovelly in New South Wales. Vincenzo, what's going on? Why are women in a rush to grow up?
Francine, it's every young girl's dream to come up with ideas that will boggle your mind. You're a mum and you have your job. She's a daughter and she has her job. She's going to drive you wild. But listen, you need, as a mum, to set the parameters, be strong, make sure you always have a strong reason, and give her a time schedule. Say, no, you cannot have it done now, but when you're 18, I will let you. Or when you're 29, I will let you. Or when you're 73, I will let you. And yes, she will ask about the boyfriend. 90% of them do.
Nola?
I was a negotiating mother.
Hang on, I want to ask you,
Yes.
generation before that, did you give your mum help?
Yeah, I was a bit naughty.
Okay.
But
You were negotiating mum.
I would never have been able to get waxed at that age anyway. But well, I'll go with my daughters at that particular age, 13. So it's a year older. Piercing came in,
Oh.
and everyone was piercing everything, and they were begging me, begging me.
What did you do?
And tats, all at the same time. Piercing and tats came in at the same time.
And?
Well, I negotiated. I said at this particular age, you can have one pierce. That's it. Pick a spot. If it's on your face, you're not allowed to have it though. So, and then that was it. You're not
Where
allowed
did
to
they
ask me
want
about
it?
anything else until you're 18. It'll be no. I won't let you have anything else. I won't pay for anything else. So I would let her wax this particular child. I would let her wax her legs, and that would be it for a good couple of years. And if she didn't want to go in with negotiation, nothing.
Negotiate.
She'd get nothing.
Why are young girls missing out on all these other things that they could discover? I
Like
know
climbing trees and things
like
like that at
climbing
12.
trees and going camping that boys do as well.
I know, we had
even
so much more fun.
surfing and whatever
I
else. I
know,
don't know
right.
what else girls do.
You
Rob,
know this
what's
whole
going on?
how you look, it's just become overwhelmingly bad for them. You know, the waxing and makeup and
Why?
weight, and it's
Why?
just bad. I think it's the magazines and the movie
Is that
stars.
all the influences that are out there? Is it Mad Mothers? We've got down here Mad Mothers.
Mothers, I think it's the pressure of magazines, but I think so that negotiating thing is a very, very interesting point. Very interesting point. You know, we need to keep the children, first of all, Francine, we need to keep the children, our children, as young as we can. And so I would suggest the compromise, and the compromise was maybe when she turns 12, she can get her legs done. Maybe when she turns 13, she can get her eyebrows done.
Yeah.
And maybe at 14, she might have a
Something to
bikini
look
wax to
forward
do.
to. Something
And
to
it's,
look forward
that's,
to.
but the interesting thing is then hopefully
Half a
by the
leg.
time she turns 14 or a little bit older, she'll become a tree hugger and she won't have to do any of that. So that'll be interesting. So there's an interesting point. But Isn't it?
Who'd you vote for? Not the Greens.
Well, no, I did not vote for the Greens. But you know, I don't know why, but you know, when you're young, you want to be older, and when you're older, you want to be younger. And the interesting thing is, when you're older, you want to keep your hair. So how do we get this through to the kids? You know, I think that's a very pertinent point. So,
all right, Jules, come on in, give us the last word.
Okay, well, I was a mad mother because I remember, well, when I was a little girl, I hated the hair on my legs because I've got dark hair, and I used to get teased all the time. And I was a year younger than all of my friends.
Brother?
Right, yeah, of course. But my school friends, and she's not asking to be pierced or tattooed. She just wants her legs waxed. Maybe she's a little hairy, and it's embarrassing. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Nothing wrong with it?
No.
Go for it. What happens if she does come next week
what
and
if she's 12 years old and she's on the beach and she's got an embarrassing bikini line? Why would you put her through that?
I think she's saying that, honey, you have a situation.
Yeah,
No,
we
I
have
don't
a
think
problem.
she's
So
saying
you don't
that.
think there's anything wrong with
I
it?
don't think there's anything wrong
But
with
I
waxing.
don't think she's
No.
saying that she's
But that's
hairy.
what she's really upset about. About the boyfriend thing, well, I don't think those two issues to me don't even relate.
Marry up.
She's
Just a paranoid
suggesting that
mum.
because she wants to have the hair off her legs, that she's going to sleep with a boyfriend.
It doesn't necessarily
Off her
follow.
legs, her upper lip, her eyebrow.
Well, maybe
her
she's
bikini
hairy
line.
and she wants
could
to
be
get rid
hairy.
of
Maybe
it.
she's hairy.
I think you
Could
let
be
her
hairy.
do it, Francine. Let her do it. It's
If
just
she
wax.
wasn't hairy, is there an issue anyway?
Well, what
It's
are they
just
gonna-
grooming at
She
an
must
early
be
age.
hairy. What are you going to wax if there's no hair there?
Good point. When we come back, we're going to be talking about having the competitive instinct or not. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Ah, yes, it's great to have the Greek sex god Mitch back hosting Sweet and Sour. In fact, he's bold, he's brash, he's brilliant. Have to say, he is to this show what Mark Latham is to politics and Tiger Woods is to the porn industry. It is absolute must viewing.
We're going straight back into it. Are we on? We're on. Are we? All right. We'll go. That music really is good. I really enjoy that music. Hi, panellists. He's a clever, able and loving man who could do anything he sets his mind to. He's always busy because he loves being involved in various community projects and helping this one and that one. It's taken me quite a while to work it out, but I finally understand why after 5 years of marriage, we don't seem to be making any real progress. He doesn't have a competitive bone in his body and always places himself last. He should have been a priest instead of a husband. I've tried to find him a mentor, someone who's quite successful in business, but after 2 meetings over coffee, he wasn't interested to continue and he saw it as a complete waste of time. It's a problem because I think if we can ever afford children, they'll have to be sent to a government school and we won't be able to afford to give them what we would like. This lady sounds like a snob, doesn't she?
Only a little bit of a
She's
snob.
a wanter. And who knows, or as we said earlier, a nagger, complainer, and who knows where we are likely to finish up as an older couple. I have a sister who is married to an alpha sporting male, but he's a moron who always has to be right, have the best, thinks ill of anyone who doesn't agree with him and thinks that my husband is weak. I don't want my husband to be anything like that vile man, but I do need him to want to make some personal progress for his own sake and the sake of our future. So panellists, please could you consider my plight? And it comes from Diane of Brunswick in Victoria. Nola, we're going to you first. What's wrong with this bloke? Anything?
Nothing's wrong with this bloke. He would have
I don't
always
think so
been
either.
kind-hearted and gentle and not competitive and not ambitious. And you, my dear, are living in the new 2000 whatever, and
She's
you need to go out and do it yourself if that's what you want. If you want goodies and you want your kids to go to colleges and you want sports cars and you want all that stuff that you think is so important, then you go get it yourself. Because he's a lovely man who isn't made like that. You fell in love with him like that. That's how he is.
Vincenzo?
She sounds really bossy and horrible to
You're
me.
not finished. Keep going. She is bossy and horrible. Vincenzo, come on, mate.
Diane, I am disappointed. There's a million women out there who want this man off you. Wake up to yourself. If you find that he hasn't got the courage to go out there and make lots of money, why don't you go out and make lots of money? You've got the most amazing man. He always makes sure he comes last. Think about what we're saying. Think about it. No, Diane, you've got an amazing man. Learn to be proud of it and go out and make some extra money yourself. Well done.
Wouldn't it be terrific if all politicians had to go through this sort of filter?
Yes.
They put everybody else first, they put themselves last, and they don't have any competitive drive. I don't know whether we'd have anybody who'd put themselves up for election if this was the case, because they wouldn't be interested. But we'll see. Jules, would you be attracted to a sort of bloke like this?
Oh, look, he sounds lovely, Diane. Well, my husband's not overly ambitious, but he's very creative. I think Nola's right. Go and do it yourself. Go and earn money. Why don't you suggest that when you have children that this man stays at home? He can be the Mr. Mum in the family. And you go and be the big successful power woman and leave him alone. He's a very nice man. And he's not going to change. So if you don't like it, go away before you have children.
What's wrong with government schools?
Nothing's wrong with government schools. Absolutely.
She's private schools, though.
She's. That's not true.
I was joking. Mine went to government schools and private schools. I split. I negotiated.
Mine too. I have tried both systems.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
What did you notice between the two?
I actually think my daughter was happier in the government school.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
She progress as well as.
Well, they're very pushy. They really. And I don't want to bag private schools because someone might be watching this that knows which private
we know
school
what you
she
think
went
now
to.
anyway. All right, Rob, come on in. Last word to a bloke.
Well, I actually do all that. Put the people first. Been doing that for 20
There
odd
you
years.
go.
20
Told
odd
you.
years.
Should be a politician.
Well, there you go. But I believe that Francine answered her own question. You know, she said that she didn't want to be married to a moron. Well, she married the guy.
And he's not a moron.
He's not a moron. But you know, it's the guy that she married. What would you call this guy? The new age sensitive guy, the snag? Well, you know, he puts people first. Isn't that what it's about? And I suggested if you're looking for a mentor, and I don't think the ladies are going to like this one, but if you're looking for a mentor, go out and get the Mel Gibson movie, What Women Want. Maybe you can have a look at that and see, get a few pointers from that.
Smart man.
Don't take Melanie's later life, but there was a great movie. There's some very good pointers in there. So, yeah, I just think that, you know, stop being so pushy and stop looking for the big wage. If you want the big wage, go out and get it. Quick analogy, my son is a stay-home mum, looks after 2 terrific grandkids. He's driven everything from haul packs right through to cranes, right through to scrapers, earned the big buck, but he's also a qualified chef, happy to stay home, and the wife goes out and earns good money.
Terrific.
Keeps the family.
Terrific.
Fabulous. So if you want to, you know, think about what this is, what can happen, what you can do, because I think it's not that hard.
Good advice. Panellists, I agree with all of you.
We all agree with that one.
But which letter do we like to give away the pair of limited edition sunnies, courtesy of Alan Trees and Aussie Opticals? Do you like that letter, or do you like letter 2, the lady who's dealing with...
I don't want the last one because she wants everything for nothing.
She wants it. We're not giving it to you, love. What about the lady who's being cheated on, or the lady with the 12-year-old?
The
Which one?
lady with the 12.
12-year-old going on 25.
Yes,
That's a
they
good
can
one.
go to
Yes, Vincenzo.
Yes, Francine.
Okay, coming out to Francine
Girl out,
of
have a girl.
Clovelly in New South Wales, a pair of limited edition sunnies, courtesy of Alan Treves and Aussie Opticals. We've got to go. Good night, Vincenzo.
Thank you for having me, and
Great
have
to
a
have
great
you,
week.
mate. You too, mate. Good night, Nola.
Good night, Gary.
We'll finish that song after the show,
Yes,
all
we
right?
will,
All right.
we will.
And you'll be in the song too, won't you?
I'm singing. I'll sing.
All right, you'll be
Yeah.
singing New York, New York. Rob, great to have you, mate.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Terrific, mate. We'll have you again. Thank all of our wonderful panellists. Thank our terrific crew, and thanks for having us at home tonight, Australia. Good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.